Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. Alright, so we're gonna do a video on speed sensor issues. So basically, if you guys have an issue with the speed sensor, you're gonna wanna confirm that with an OBD2 scanner, and an OBD2 scanner will confirm the code for it for the most part. Now, if you guys have an older vehicle and you guys like older vehicles, meaning OBD1 vehicles, you guys still can scan it, but it's the tool to use for that is a little bit more complicated to use. But as far as taking guesses on a speed sensor, I guess I'll do a video on the symptoms of it. But normally, if the speed sensor has issues, it will generate a code. You will have a check engine light. It'll drive funny, but that check engine light will have a code for it. You guys could go to like Walmart, get an OBD2 scanner, go on eBay or Amazon, any of those places, get an OBD2 scanner. You definitely get like a good reading on whether it's the speed sensor or not. And basically that sensor is just an electronic component connected to the engine, and it pretty much relays information to the engine on the how fast the engine is spinning and stuff like that. But it essentially sends information to the car's ECU, ECM, the car's computer engine control module, about how fast the car's engine is spinning at any particular time. It pretty much does that by recording the speed of the crankshaft of the vehicle when it's running, and a speed sensor with issues can cause some rather odd issues with your car. So there's a bunch of symptoms that you can look for if you guys have a speed sensor issue. But to be honest with you, new cars these days, and when I say new cars, I mean vehicles from like 1998 and up, OBD2 readers, just plug it in and you guys can actually tell what exactly the code is. But let's talk about the symptoms of a defective speed sensor. If you guys have a defective speed sensor, it could probably cause some issues such as defective coil pack or bad throttle position sensor, and it'll probably, you might get a misfire. You might get driving issues with idling and stuff like that, being really the car stalling on you with idling issues. And you probably if you guys are trying to guess on what's causing the issue, you might misdiagnose it. Those symptoms are essentially the same. But let's talk about what you guys can expect if you guys have a faulty speed sensor. So basically, the transmission could rev higher before it changes gears. So essentially, if you if you go from like first to second, it might you might get like a sudden rev of the engine, and then it goes back down. That could be the result of a dirty throttle body. That could cause it. A lot of people might suspect that it's probably could be like in the transmission slipping. But before you guys do all that, you guys definitely should check your speed sensor just to verify that it might be that's the speed sensor that's causing it, because obviously getting a diagnosis and doing work on your transmission is very expensive, and that speed sensor is probably like under $30 at AutoZone. You can probably just pop it out, pop it in, change fix that issue. But the other problem that it could cause is if your transmission engages into overdrive late, and sometimes will never go into that top gear. So if you guys think about it, a lot of this issues with speed sensors actually mimic transmission issues. And like I said, if you guys do have a transmission issues, it'll definitely show up in the codes. But if the speed sensor shows up, there's a chance the speed sensor code could show up along with transmission codes. But if the speed sensor code shows up with the transmission codes, you should definitely just change out the speed sensor, drive it a little bit, see if it changes anything, and then figure out what to do after that. So it could also affect your brakes. Sometimes the brakes are, when you press on it, could be harder than normal when you're coasting. Other things that could be a symptom of a malfunctioning speed sensor: the speedometer could behave erratically, or sometimes doesn't work at all. And obvious reasons for this is if the speed sensor is broken, it's not going to be able to calculate mileage and stuff like that. It's not going to be able to do all that. So obviously it's going to probably trigger a check engine light intermittently and sporadically when accelerating. But good thing about that is that the check engine light will probably have a code that's a pending code or a hard code if it keeps on that issue keeps on coming up a lot. And the overdrive on off light blinks on and on for no apparent reason. So basically, those are all the symptoms that you could have with a bad speed sensor. And it's not the worst issue in the world if you actually find out that your vehicle has a speed sensor that's faulty. They're not the hardest thing to change out. You guys could change it out pretty easily. Kind of depends on where it's located, but it's relatively easily. It's a part that you guys could actually pop out and pop in, the electronic part. But in any case, if you guys have your own personal experiences with this, you can definitely leave a question in or a comment in the comment section. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up and all that good stuff. All right, guys, hope this has helped you guys out. Take care.